Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game, where we slowly kill ourselves because, well, life isn't really worth living when you live in the age of wokeness.
Yeah.
Although there have been some good April Fool's jokes.
Yeah, no, dude, alright. I was getting out of work tonight, and I saw on one of the pallets in our store was a big bundle of brawny paper towels, you know, the one with the lumberjack on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so woke, like there was just women on it. And sorry to hear that, Herpicus. It said Cat's being a retard again, ripped to my vodka bottle. Ugh.
Oh, damn it, Cat.
Cat shouldn't be drinking vodka. Take that away from him. No, but there was a big pallet of brawny, and there was the hashtag strength has no gender. So, hey, congratulations, Brawny. You just lost another customer. Haha.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying Brawny anymore. But isn't it kind of ironic? I'm pretty sure that most females, would take being called Brawny as an insult.
Well, no, not even that. And like the ridiculous thing is when they mean strength, when they're talking about strength in a fucking paper towel, okay? When they're talking about strength in this instance, they mean physical strength. They mean bitch can pick it up and toss it around like a fucking Herbicus says they killed my vodka bottle by throwing it off the counter. I need another drink. Ooh. Yow.
Oh, fucking cats.
Ouch.
Yeah, it is ironic. Like, congratulations, all you strong, independent whammons out there. You're strong enough to lift a paper towel so you can clean the countertops and help support the patriarchy. The irony.
Get yourself some brawny. So, but yeah, they mean physical strength when they're talking about this fucking paper towel because you want a paper towel to pick shit up. I see a woman on my thing and I'm like, she's not gonna pick it up. She's not doing it. This is my sexism moment here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't fucking care. I've just stopped giving a shit.
There's only one time to give a fuck, and that's to procreate. And that's the joke for our movie selection, which we'll talk about later.
Much like on the stream, which we had no plan for tonight. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. It's Monday. I got the next 3 days off. I want to get fucking ripped. Just out of my fucking gourd ripped. I don't have any cups down here.
Well, considering our selection tonight, that shouldn't be too difficult to do. Because the salt is strong.
I'm going to have to fucking pirate drink my tequila.
Oh, I will say one of the better April Fool's jokes I've seen. One of the better April Fool's jokes I've seen was,
Herpicus, I've seen some strong paper towels. Brawny ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Chief.
Herp already throwing shade.
Oh, man.
But no, Zero Hedge had an article. James Munder actually fell for this, but Zero Hedge had an article, and it was 401. Yeah, the number's important. April 1st. Page Mueller report leaked to the Washington Post proves that Barr lied. And the thing is, the article is clearly an April Fool's joke, but what I'm really curious to see, did the Washington Post, was this just a Zero Hedge joke, or did the Washington Post actually publish an article? Did they actually fall for this? And B, is all the mainstream fake news show media actually going to take the bait for this? Because holy shit, if that happens, I'm going to laugh my ass off. That would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So when we get into the reviews tonight, the first one I'm doing this from Kim. Oh man.
Oh, from LA Times?
Oh yes. Oh, Kim,
yeah,
she's
a salty ginger, ain't she?
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Well, so should we tell our guests what movie we have planned?
Oh, they've seen the title. They already know what we're doing.
Oh wait, the movie's Unplanned. That's right.
Yeah.
We didn't plan for this. We didn't plan for this to happen. It just did.
It just did. Like I didn't set up anything. Like I was gonna do it. I was gonna label the stream. Give me liver failure or give me death. Like, I want one of the two right now. I'm done with this timeline. I'm done with humanity. I'm done with Earth.
Yeah, we decided to just stick our
ship me
dick in
off.
YouTube without protection and just fuck it.
You ship me off to the next plane of existence, whatever that may be, and
I'll save you a seat at the bar in hell, don't worry.
Are we gonna touch this one from Roger Moore?
Let me look. Roger Moore, where the fuck
He
is
start the one that they've got on on the Rotten Tomatoes is, let's just hope this latest Pure Flix propaganda doesn't actually incite violence. Do I
Okay, yeah.
do I need context for that? Do we need context for that?
I'm pretty sure we need context for that one because Roger Moore, what are you trying to say? Rating 1 out of 4. Ouch. Yeah.
Oh
Roger,
yeah,
you
he
seem,
shat on it.
a little salty.
That's the original
well,
score.
Yeah.
So
you gave it a 1
I
out
don't
of
know
4.
what
Yeah.
Unplanned is about. Let's see. Herpicus says when we get there, he owes us a round at the bar in hell. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, a round of what? Demon dicks in our ears? Because that's what's going to happen. We're going to get demon dick shoved in our ear.
I mean, as long as it gets you intoxicated, I guess it's tolerable.
I don't know. Does flaming hot lava coated dick get you drunk, or does it just melt your brain?
Yeah. Win-win either way.
So we're gonna give it a little bit more time to get a little bit more, just a few more people into the chat here before we get into the drinking game. But for those of you who are wondering what is on the 3D print bed right now, this, if you're wondering, is a part for a 3D printer. So yes, I am 3D printing a 3D printer, which will be 3D printing things so that we
Printception.
can... Yeah, Printception, there you go. So I have some 2020 aluminum extrusion. It's 20 mil by 20 mil wide on both sides, and each rail will hold a piece of a runner of sorts, and that runner will slide up and down a bar in a Delta style configuration. A Delta style configuration is really freaking neat. And they boast like high accuracy and short print times. So I'm going to be doing a write-up for the website. Speaking of which, come check out our website, pewdietube.com. Sign up for an account, join the forums. We've got a shit posting section. It's quite lovely. But for those of you interested in what a Delta style printer is, there is a picture for it on the screen for you here. And it's just, you know, it's a pretty simple machine. You know, it's got these 3 towers, and there's little runners that run along each tower, and don't worry, no planes will be flying into them. Still too soon?
It's never too soon.
See, I make that joke as a New Yorker.
Double irony.
I know. So the part that I'm printing is down here. It's similar to this, but the difference is, see, when you're leveling things, right? You got to level your 3D printer every once in a while. Like this piece of shit here, I need to constantly like adjust the thumb screws on. I don't know if you're seeing me point at the bed here, Doku, and everyone in the chat, but every once in a while I've got to adjust. There's little screws on the bottom here, like. There's this little silver thing under my finger. I don't know if you guys can see that. Give it about 10 seconds and you'll be able to tell me if you can. But this little screw thing, I've got to adjust every once in a while to make sure the bed is like where it should be and that the plastic is getting stuck into the surface. Like here. Like it's just getting... just really good and gunked down there, you know? So what this part that I'm printing is an end effector. That's what this part's called, that holds the hot end. It's going to have a built-in sensor to tell me, or to tell the machine rather, exactly where the print bed is. So instead of having to level it every fucking time, it's going to tell it itself where the bed is instead of like guessing. Pretty neat, huh?
I want to see it when it's done.
Oh, you're going to see it. I'm going to do a whole write-up.
Excellent.
On the website. I'm going to take pictures and I'm going to post them, and everything's going to be hunky-dory galore. So,
So, you ready to get this started? I've got 2 beers in front of me, and they're calling my name.
I've got 2 beers with a name on it. 2 beers with a name on it. So let's get into this shit. We're going to start with Kimber Myers here from the LA Times. Hello, Kimber. Who the fuck names their child Kimber? Someone who is too lazy or too doped up to say Kimberly.
Yeah, maybe it's, I hope to God it's just a pen name kind of thing, but
look at this picture. This is like Soy Boy right here.
Yeah,
this is
just drink.
This is
just drink for typical journalist looking bullshit.
Drink for Soy Boy.
Wait, is that a dude or a chick? I thought it was a chick.
It is a chick, but that's a Soy Boy smile right there. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Do you see this score for the sex trip? Sex Trip tries to tell its audience that what's inside is what matters. But this comedy is rotten at its core, and it's sure to offend most people unlucky enough to watch it. Okay, look. If you're getting offended by a comedy, read a different book. Stop. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Sex Education Season 1. Let's see. 91%. The Russian Doll Season 1. Let's see. Into the Dark. Marvel's Luke Cage. Rated a C. You rated it a C? You racist, bigoted bitch. Glow. Rated a B+. You misogynistic bitch. Let's see. Star Trek Discovery, a B. You gave it a B. You racist, misogynistic bitch. Let's see. Queen Sugar gave it a B. Fuck you. Holy
let's read her
Batman.
Let's read her dumpster fire of a review.
Oh God! All right, let's do this. Wait, what? That's not what I clicked on, is it? Full review. Review: romantic comedy in reality hits the mark. The thriller Long and Lost, and 3 other indies not so much. Let's see. Don't care. Don't fucking care. Making Babies. Don't fucking care. Making Babies. Don't fucking care. Unplanned.
It's funny to point out the tomato meter on this is 50%, but the audience score is 94.
Okay, here we go. You ready? You ready?
Oh,
it's in a big fucking block of text that's like, it's all on one page. It's all on one page, and it's broken up into fucking blocks. Based on an abortion rights advocate's conversion experience, the drama Unplanned wastes little time in getting to the graphic depiction of the procedure that earned the Christian film an R rating from the MPAA. When Planned Parenthood clinical director Abby Johnson, played by Ashley Brachter, is unexpectedly asked to assist with an abortion in the movie's early moments, the sight of the fetus in the ultrasound shocks her into reconsidering her career. With its solid production values, Unplanned has all the appearances of being a real film, but viewers in favor of abortion rights will find it pure propaganda. Writer-directors Chuck Konzelman and Carrie Solomon spend more time making their talking points than developing their characters, who exist merely to make their arguments. As the lead, even Abby lacks agency influenced by men who always know better than she does. Okay, Doku, isn't this the same rhetoric from these assholes? Isn't the same rhetoric from these types of people who talk about, well, there needs to be more politics in movies. They need to say a statement. They need to say something. There needs to be talking point after talking point. It needs to do
Rules
this
for
and that.
thee, but not for me.
Yeah. So
drink for hypocrisy.
Yeah, no, fucking 2 drinks for hypocrisy. This is a 2 drink. This is a shitty review. It tells me absolutely nothing about the movie other than, if you're in favor of abortion rights, don't go to the movie because this is pure propaganda. Don't listen to propaganda. Don't take notice of it. It's just the men behind the curtain. Fuck you. Fuck you, Kimber. I'm not even...
Yeah. Do you know the studio behind this? They were established to be, like, they produce Christian value-based movies. Like, they're the Chick-fil-A version of a movie studio. Of course it's gonna be political. Like, that's the point of the fucking movie, you two-faced bitch.
God, I fucking... journalism in general is like shit, but it's come down to game journalists and fucking and entertainment journalists who are the worst of the worst. Right? This is where all the bullshit starts. They really are. You know, this is where all the bullshit starts. It starts in the fucking entertainment. It starts in video games. It starts in comic books. And all of these quote-unquote critics who are like, oh, we don't feel welcome in this hobby. You need to make this hobby more welcoming. No, fuck you. All right? Fuck you. We are going to start gatekeeping, Doku. All right? We're going to start gatekeeping. Admittedly,
well, that's part of the entire point. That's part of the entire point behind some articles I'm going to be working on for the website, and also the fact that we do the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game.
No, exactly.
Unlike these fucking bitches and bastards, we're not going to gatekeep by trying to fucking slander you or make up lies or get an outrage.
Oh no, we're just going to fucking we're going to make them prove their salt. We're going to make them prove it from now on. I don't fucking
we're
care.
Going to mock you.
I don't care if you want to be part of the conversation. But if you want to be part of this conversation, be part of the conversation. If you want to be in the hobby, be in the fucking hobby instead of complaining about what's wrong with the hobby. Like, there's a lot of shit wrong.
Enjoy.
Right? No,
if you don't fucking like it.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you don't fucking like it, do what you tell everybody else. Go make your fucking own.
I don't even care if they make their own. If they want to co-op shit, fine. Fucking go co-op something. I don't fucking care anymore. We're going to hand this shit over to you. You can have Marvel. You can have DC. You can have all this bullshit, right? Fucking take it. Right? You can have it. You broke it. You can fucking have it now that it's broken. We're off building new and better shit. Like, I'm going to be starting to work on a book soon. Doku's working on his books. I'm going to be starting to work on an RPG. That I'm gonna look for other people's inputs. I'm gonna get back to working on shit, just for the sake of working on something, and I'm gonna start a crowdfunder to get this shit off the ground, right?
Well, just like with 3D printing, we live in the age of self-publishing, where you can retain 80% of the profits that you get, which is better than most royalties you're going to get going through any small, medium, or large house publisher. And we live in an age where you can crowdfund shit. You can make your own. There's plenty of artists out there. There's plenty of people who 3D print figurines. Like, you don't need these large fucking corporations. So SJWs, NPCs, corporate fucking
you broke it,
grabbers,
you can have it. It's like
keep it.
It's like
we don't need it.
It's like going to the store, right? Remember going to the store as a kid, and you're like, oh well, if you broke it, you bought it, right? Like that's the shit. That's the mentality I'm at. We're already rebuilding shit. We're already making better shit. Like look at what Cyberfrog did, right? Cyberfrog, Jawbreakers. No, hold on.
I already got my copy of Jawbreakers.
No, hold on. Cyberfrog, Jawbreakers, and Iron Sights. 3 books. 3 books between 2 people. We're talking Zach, and we're talking EVS.
Ethan Van Sciver.
Right? Between those 2, you're looking at over $1 million for just 3 books.
And you know what? Those 3 books by 2 people. Those 3 books by 2 fucking people.
3 books. Let that sink in. Marvel can't even bring in $1 million for fucking 10 books in a single month.
That's the funny part I'm going to bring up, Shandor. Between 2 people and 3 books, the total amount of money raised is more money than all the copies sold for the top 10 best-selling books.
Hold on. Dodge, why the fuck do we suck? Why do we suck, Dodge? Hey, Carl, how's it going? Welcome to the chat.
What's up, Carl? But yeah, no, it's hilarious. Like, a large multi-million-dollar corporation backed by fucking Disney, a multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar franchise at this point.
No, we start
compete with 2 people in a fucking GoFundMe.
No,
or Indiegogo.
We start gatekeeping. You want to be part of the conversation, that's fine. But there are rules now. There are fucking rules of engagement. You have to at least know a little bit of what's going on. And if you don't, read the fucking material. By that I mean go in and actually do some research. Like
you mean like Nick Spencer making fucking Captain America a secret Hydra agent?
I could have gone for that storyline, but they made it so fucking boring.
If it wasn't trash.
They made it so fucking garbage and boring. All right, look. We'll finish off this rant in a little bit here, guys. I want to apologize because we got off on a fucking on a tangent here because of this bullshit. But look,
I only have one more point in the rant.
Here's what I'm saying. We fucking start gatekeeping. You want to come to the table, you can come to the table. But like all right, look, I don't know dick about anything Marvel outside of Spider-Man, all right? I don't know dick about it because that's all I read was Spider-Man. And I can get glimpses of shit here and there, and I thought Ultron was one of Spider-Man's best foes, for the very limited runs that he was in it, right? And then I started to branch out recently. Like, I got my hands on the trade last year. Got my hands on the trade and finally read the Age of Ultron book. Or books, rather, in the trade. So it was like the collection of all the books. And that was some fun shit to read. Because you see Wolverine going back in time and fucking up Hank Pym. Because why not?
No, the Age of Ultron storyline in the comic was fucking great.
Fucking
the movie
great.
was mediocre by comparison.
At best, right? So, like, I'm going back
and that's being nice.
Right. So I'm going back and reading all this shit. So I don't know dick about anything outside of Spider-Man, but I want to be part of the conversation. I want to be able to talk about this and give my input as to how I feel about things and how I see shit in the comic books. Right?
Well, dude, that's the problem with fucking Squirrel Girl with I forget who the character currently writing that, but the bitch. She doesn't know jack shit because Squirrel Girl's never supposed to be serious. It's a gimmick character, just like Deadpool.
The point that I'm making is, I don't know dick, and I want a seat at the table. Because I want a seat at the table, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to put my nose into the books. I'm going to read the shit.
Can't do that. That means you would have merit. We can't have merit.
No, fuck this. We're going to hardcore meritocracy. Hard fucking core. Snort some crack, stay up for 3 days, read all the books. Alright?
Yeah, fuck all the diversity hires, fuck all the blue hairs that are
I don't really care about,
getting hired because you need to hire me, otherwise you're
I don't
sexist,
care.
you're racist.
I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do anymore. I don't fucking care. Alright? I just don't care anymore. Why don't I care anymore? Because we're already rebuilding shit. We've already got, and I can't wait to get my hands, because I couldn't give anything to the GoFundMes for any of the 3 books that I mentioned. Right? But I'm going to be looking on eBay in the next couple of weeks here for copies people have already read and they're willing to part with.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. There are three other books that rarely get mentioned outside of a few YouTubers. But there's 3 that I want just to hang on to. Mm-hmm. I want My Hero Macadamia, which is a Trump parody.
Yeah.
I want Trump Space Force, and then I want
Walmite.
Yeah, Walmite. I want all three of those.
See,
because holy shit.
I'm not sure I'd want those books because they're made just to be political, which is fine. Like, it's cool.
I don't want to read them. I just want them for my collection.
Okay, with the exception of POTUS Thump, because I do want to read that book by Brett.
Yeah.
But, like, with the exception of that, like, I don't want to read something heavily politicized, right? And that's why I don't read anything modern-day Marvel. But,
see, that's the reason I want those three books is simply because they are parodies, and I've seen reviews of them, and they're fucking hilarious because they're not serious. And I want them simply to prove a point. Let's call it for posterity purposes. It's proving that the left can't meme. They have no fucking sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's funny to me. I mean, that's just me. If you don't like it, then fuck it. I'm not gonna force you to buy it.
So, let's get back into the Unplanned shit.
Yeah, so I've got an article from.
Hold on, no, we got to read this one from Roger Moore first.
Roger Moore. Let's see, did I have?
It's toward the top. Pureflix raises the propaganda stakes with Unplanned.
Herpicus, weird flex Doku, but okay.
What's that? Oh, it
Herpicus
has
said weird flex Doku, but okay.
Flex tape? What?
I want some Flex Seal. For my bumhole.
Can I eat some Flex Seal?
No, I need the Flex Seal for my butthole. It's going to protect me from the TSA.
It's time to do
it!
Oh, wait, I hit the wrong one.
I just need to check inside your asshole.
I just need to check inside your asshole.
Oh man! All right. So let's read this one from Roger Moore because this first paragraph I'm already like.
Yeah, it's cringe. You know, preemptive drink.
Oh man! All right, come on, Doku. Give it to us.
Oh no,
Doku.
you're reading.
Oh,
you're reading the Roger
I'm reading
Moore
it.
One.
I'm reading it.
Yeah, you're reading that. You're reading that one. I'm reading another one that's actually more cringy.
All right. Nobody ever said abortion was pretty. The cynical corporate Planned Parenthood director tells her protege, Abby Johnson, in Unplanned. Indeed, Unplanned shows you everything from the ultrasounds necessary to properly carry out the medical procedure to actual vacuuming of the uterus, with as much blood and gore and violence as its fevered creators can imagine. So I'm going to stop here. If you're uneasy about how abortions are carried out, why do you advocate for late-term abortions? Why do you advocate for abortions at all? You know how disgusting they can be. Why advocate at all? Like, I could care less.
Yeah, sorry you have to confront the reality of your decisions. But,
I think
this
honestly,
is the reality that you support.
Yeah.
So.
I think honestly, 3 months is more than enough time to figure out if you want an abortion or not. None of this fucking late term shit. If at the end of, 90 days, you can't figure out if you want an abortion or not, fuck you, you're stuck with it. If a subject ever deserved an R rating in an explicit film treatment, it's this. It's more pure propaganda from Pureflix, this time about the subject that has roiled America for the better part of a century. For 50 years of Catholic-backed illegality as women's rights group fought them, and for 50 years after famous Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade. That's not what Roe v. Wade was about. I hate these people. I fucking hate these people. We're going to do a stream on Roe v. Wade. Alright, Dodge? The three of us. You, me, and Doku, Dodge. We're going to do a fucking Roe v. Wade stream. That took abortion out of back alleys and into medical practices across America. It's a heavy-handed...
Oh, by the way, that paragraph is 3 drinks, just so you know.
No, it's not 3 drinks. We'll tally it up at the end, but oh my god. It's heavy-handed sermon-pitting, cleared eye, cleared skin, and perfectly reasonable protesters against those profiteering, murderous corporate butchers at Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is kind of a corporation, right? It has branches. It is served primarily through local donations. There might be some government funding. I'm not entirely sure how much, but it's almost entirely through local funding. Okay, so they are kind of corporate, simply because it's a massive chain. Even if it's not for profit, there's still a corporation behind it. Sure, the faithful bring up George Soros, the favorite rich whipping boy with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett also mentioned, of the sold our souls to foreigner-founded Fox News set. Oh, my fucking God. Women are its villains. Oh, God. Including its hypocritical opportunist whose book it is based on, Abby Johnson. In incessant voice-over narration, she insists this could change everything. It already has. Abortion has so... Okay, so this has gone from a review to an op-ed about fucking... Drink.
Yeah, just drink. And wait a second. Is this guy... Okay, hold on. I need to wrap my head around something real quick. So...
Peppery.
You're upset that it's pushing a political message. You're upset that it's... You already mentioned Catholic, so I'm assuming you're not exactly fond of the Christian faith and their views on abortion. Big surprise there. But it's based on a book written by a woman who is, I'm guessing, pro-life, and you say women are its villains. Wow. Just, wow. Okay.
So, I'm going to see if I can't find, like, a Twitter or something for this guy. Because I'm...
While you do that, I can read the rest of the article.
Yeah, I stopped off at... Let's see. It already has... Abortion has so divided the country as to make the allegedly God-fearing endorse a criminal whoremonger into the White House. Oh, my God.
And you heard that correctly, ladies and gentlemen.
Drink for my Trump, where his Kentucky and South Carolina Senate minions can steal Supreme Court seats and at long last return control of women's body to a theocratic-leaning state. Oh, my fucking...
Kavanaugh was never going to overturn Roe v. Wade, you fucking pundit shill parrot. Oh, my God. Oh, and you heard that correctly. That wasn't warmonger. That was W-H-O-R. Whoremonger.
So I'm going to look for this dude's fucking... See if he has a Twitter. I'm going to scroll down.
So wait, this guy is basically shitting on women. Like,
yeah, basically.
We need to give women the right to choose, but then you say women are the villains and you call Trump a whoremonger. Like, don't women have the right to choose who they sleep with?
So...
Maybe they have the right to choose if they want to keep the baby? What the fuck kind of double standard is this guy on about? I'm going to continue. Like-minded judges have lied their way into the courts, railroaded there by the most cynical politicians that the country has ever produced. Men who are not men in any meaningful sense of the word. What the...
Drink.
Drink?
Oh, my God. All right, I found him. Internationally syndicated movie critic and lifelong lover of movies. Roger Moore, movienation.blogspot.com. He's got a blogspot, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
A growing fear about Beto O'Rourke is that he's actually just a very tall wheat IPA. That was a retweet.
Oh, that's actually still rather funny, though. I'll give whoever tweeted that.
Here's another
kudos.
retweet. It's mind-blowing to look at the wreckage of UK politics, realize that it's basically all Rupert Murdoch's fault, and then look back to the US and realize that it's also Rupert Murdoch's fault. Wow. That is a hot take.
that is indeed very spicy.
Man.
It's very spicy right there.
Here's another one.
So.
Here's another one. Here's a retweet from Tom Harp. just signed option paperwork for Drunk Dial, wrote the first draft in 2014, nearly made it with Sony when the hack happened. Thought it was dead, but my producer believed in it, and here we are in 2019 with an option and a guaranteed rewrite. Ooh la la. Here's another retweet. Labor productivity has risen by 75% since 73, yet wage growth has not yet met the rate. So where did this excess productivity go? Michael Cohen retweet. A lot of crazy things have happened over the past 2.5 years, but that so many people are simply accepting the conclusions of the Mueller report based on the word of an attorney general who wrote an unsolicited 19-page memo to DOJ bashing Mueller's probe might be the craziest. Oh, fucking
He
cringe.
directly quoted Mueller's conclusion. It's not his opinion. That is the conclusion that Mueller and his team came to after 2.5 fucking years and millions of wasted dollars.
Here's
by a
one.
fucking report based on a lie.
Here's one. Oh my god. Here's another Roger Moore retweet. Breaking: the San Antonio City Council has just banned Chick-fil-A from the airport because of the company's continued support for anti-LGBT groups.
Oh,
Thank
I heard
you,
about
San
that earlier.
Antonio.
They
Oh
also
my
got,
god, these are
they
the
also
worst
got a
kinds
fucking-
of people. Now that here's
Chick-fil-A also got a restaurant. They got one of their restaurants shut down in the Buffalo City's international airport in New York.
here's another retweet from Amy Siskind. Siskind? I don't fucking care what your name is, bitch. Now the Trump regime is sending listed TV producers to silence their critics. Didn't you assholes do the same thing for fucking Captain Marvel critics? The authoritarianism is ramping up. Again, aren't you the ones advocating authoritarianism? Time to get energized for 2020 at all levels, folks. Oh, fuck you.
And these same jackasses are the one that turn around and call anything that has an opinion they disagree with to be either propaganda, bigoted,
Oh my
this
God.
ism or that ism. Oh my.
A retweet from Judd
Just
Apatow. Retweet from Judd Apatow. Remember when Trump begged the Russians to hack the Democrats? I guess we need to beg someone to hack the report. It's fine to beg people to do that these days, I guess.
Remember when that was, I don't know.
Remember when
Never
that
proven?
didn't happen? All right, where the fuck are we on this
we're-
review? Just to give you a case, or just to give you a taste, rather. I'm drinking already. I can't even fucking. To give you a taste of who this person is.
Yeah. Just. Anyways, I'll continue. Like-minded judges have lied their way into the court, railroaded there by the most cynical politicians.
Where are
the
we?
country
Hang
has
on.
ever
Where are
produced.
we? How many are we down?
We're right. Yeah. Right where you have it highlighted.
Okay. Like-minded judges have lied. Okay. Go ahead, man. Keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna take a drink for fucking wokeness.
Men who are not men in any meaningful sense of the word. Oh, you mean you're not soy-filled beta cocks? Okay, that's good to know. So yes, Unplanned, about a Planned Parenthood clinic doctor who saw the light after having 2 abortions herself and facilitating thousands at ground zero for careless sex, apparently. Houston, Texas, has the feel of a victory lap for self-righteousness. God, that is a terribly structured sentence.
Look. I'm going to say this. I said it on my fucking Twitter the other day, and I'm going to say it here. Abortion is not birth control. It is fetus removal. If you do not want a fetus to start with, get a condom. You can get them online. $10 for 100 condoms. That's what, about $1 a condom? Or $1 for
10
two?
cents.
10 cents a condom. It's 10 cents a condom. That's fucking cheap. If you can't afford that, hey, guess what? You can go down to your Planned Parenthood and for a small donation of $1 or $2 and get a bag of like 50 of them. And if you're
They can provide you with birth control.
And if you're a woman, they'll give you the birth control for free. They'll give you the fucking condoms for free. Because, spoiler, I've had my own girlfriends go down there and get condoms for me. So I didn't have to fucking pay for anything. All they do is walk in and get it.
Let's get through the rest of this fucking garbage.
Jelly duck, respect woman.
Yeah. Let's get through the rest of this garbage article because this guy's writing style drives me up the fucking wall.
Oh my god. Alright, so we're at filmmakers.
Yeah. Filmmakers Chuck Konzelman, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Carrie Sullivan pound their points home like Madison Avenue vets, worried that if they don't use a ham for a cudgel, their audience might
Cudgel,
miss the
it's like a
point.
type of hammer.
Cudgel. Medical professionals and birth control counselors are to a one callous, unfeeling beast. The scowling, money-grubbing doctor who oversees abortions in the film's Texas clinic has a wise crack at the ready when he turns on the pump that sucks a fetus out of a woman experiencing a crisis pregnancy. Beam me up, Scotty. Wow. I thought you said abortions were a serious matter, but you're going to directly quote the, all right. Okay.
Herbicus has a great comment. A vasectomy is a one-time expense. This is true.
That is a valid
point. Hey,
point.
Campbell, how's it going?
The screaming, name-calling, poster waving protesters. God, what is up with this guy and his purple prose? The ones who make the evening news are lightly glossed over and passed over in lieu of fresh-faced 40 days of life preachers who range in shrillness from passive-aggressive to aggressive, smug in the assured righteousness of their cause, dealing from a stacked deck in every argument the movie designs to depict. That's all one sentence, by the way.
Fucking drink.
At this stage of the debate, nobody is going to have his or her mind changed by a lopsided debate on the big screen, or a lopsided review ridiculing their dull, uncharismatic, and colorless actors, save for Scott.
What?
Voiceover narration is the laziest, most heavy-handed cinematic storytelling device there is, and Unplanned is wallpapered with it.
Hang on. Nobody is going to have his or her mind changed by a lopsided debate on the big screen or a lopsided review ridiculing their dull, uncharismatic, and colorless actors.
Coming from the same guy who doesn't have the stomach to actually watch a fairly accurate depiction of how the process is actually performed.
Not even that.
What you got for me?
This highlighted section. The section that I highlighted, right? Nobody's going to have his or her mind changed by a lopsided debate on the big screen or a lopsided review ridiculing their dull, uncharismatic, and colorless actors.
That's about the only thing cinematic that this guy's reviewed about the movie.
What? Okay, look. Oh, the next paragraph. Oh, fucking Doku, will you beat me? Herpicus nailed it on the head because this is what I was going to say. I'd like to say to that pot, meet the kettle.
Oh, it's about to get...
No, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Well, by good, I mean you're gonna have a very good excuse to drink yourself into oblivion. So, shall we continue? The fact that the movie is unintentionally patriarchal, showing a clinic run by and for women, with even the fanatical men banging at the fences surrounding it depicted as at least being right, quote, quote. Pureflix, the studio that released the angry Christian victimhood gerrymanders God's Not Dead 1 and 2, is behind this one. They weren't satisfied showing the women escaping problem pregnancies as weeping, the people who do the work as saleswomen meeting quotas. For the sentient, the film's truth in depicting Abby suggests the holes one can most easily drive a truck through in her true story. So it's based off a true story, and yet you're shit. Okay, all right.
Oh my
God. The Texas-sized cow patty of contradiction and hypocrisy doesn't end with the I had 2 abortions. You can't have any, Abby.
When did she? Oh my fucking god! The story isn't about that. Okay, look, the story isn't about that. The story is about how she stopped just fucking getting pregnant and then having abortions because she had a fucking change of mind. It's like these people don't understand you can have a fucking change of mind. It's like these people don't understand that the brain works in the way that it works so that you can adjust the way that you think. Oh my fucking god!
Hold on.
If my wife weren't sleeping, I would be screaming right now because I am literally foaming at the mouth with rage.
Don't worry, it gets better. Abby, we're led to believe, a middle-class white Texas Texan. White, you meant Texan, you frick. In a 2-income home, her husband is laughably anti-abortion, and stridently so, who is helped to find another job by the zealots protesting outside her clinic's fences. Oh, you black and brown women, you're on your own, kids. For the blinded by faith, I just hope Pure Flix hasn't gone out and actually made a violent, self-righteous propaganda film that incites its fans to violence. It's not like there's no precedent for that concern.
This is a 12-shotter. This is a 12-shotter, ladies and gentlemen, of Bleach.
That was
because
fucking painful.
The most painful part of this is that it's linked to an anti-abortion violence article on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I just saw I saw what the hyperlink popped up at. I was like, nope, not even fucking clicking that bullshit.
God. Hey, Roger Moore, you can go fuck yourself. You hypocritical piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm having a cigarette just because 3 things. First off, motherfucker, you're the hypocritical one in this situation. Everything you wrote and said in that article, every single fucking talking point you used was either a mischaracterization of the movie and its point, the point it's trying to get across, or B, you being hypocritical and using the most mundane straw man gaslighting fucking parroted talking points that every fucking regressive leftist pundit has used for the past fucking decade. You unironic, unintentional, mundane piece of crap. And C, a long run-on sentence broken up by comma after comma after comma, and your purple prose is not a fucking paragraph. Where the fuck is your editor? Ugh, as someone who's a writer.
All right, Doku.
All
right, Doku. Stop.
I'm so mad.
Stop, because we're gonna read this one from Frank Scheck now, and then when we get done with that, you get to read from Luke.
Oh yeah, Luke's gonna be fun.
The new film from the creators of the God's Not Dead franchise is based on the memoir of pro-life activist Abby Johnson. Having apparently concluded that they've made their case, the filmmakers behind God's Not Dead franchise have moved on to the hot-button issue of abortion. Their new film, based on Abby Johnson's memoir, delivers a nuanced exploration of a subject about which honorable people can disagree. This fair and balanced...
Can I just pause real quick? I want to make this very clear. These same people calling this film heavy-handed propaganda, it is based off the memoir of a recently deceased woman who used to work at an abortion clinic and after 2 procedures did indeed change to being pro-life. This is based off a true fucking story. Rather accurate.
This is based on someone who gasped, changed their fucking mind because their opinion of of abortion changed. This shit happens. It's like people who are vegan who realize that they needed meat proteins in their body because their body needed that shit, right?
Yeah, and it's a memoir written by a woman who did work at Planned Parenthood and also had an abortion herself.
It's like those people who are vegans who went vegan because they wanted to be more conscientious of the environment or some bullshit like that, or they didn't like the fact that cows were dying because they wanted to live, right? In nature, shit eats other shit to live. Even plants feel shit. There was a fucking study done on this. Even plants feel shit, right? You cut a plant down, they feel it.
Actually, there are several species of plants that will actually, quote, quote, pretend to wither and look like they're dead to avoid being eaten by deer and shit. It's been documented.
Yeah. So, like, plants do feel pain, right? So, by you saying, oh, well, I only eat animals to feel, so they don't feel pain, or I don't eat animals because they feel pain.
Or at a bare minimum, plants react to outside stimuli.
Yeah,
so you can consider that pain.
There are plants that eat meat. There are plants that eat meat. Herpicus, there are plants in Florida that eat meat. Yeah, I know this. There are plants. There are carnivorous plants. But it's like the vegan who like goes to the doctor because they're having all sorts of fucking health issues because they don't have any meat protein in their diet. Like Jordan Peterson's daughter, right? She can't fucking have a vegan diet. She has to have an all meat diet because of some weird shit in her blood, right? She can't be an omnivore, right? Human beings are fucking omnivores, right?
And by the way, vegans, guess what? Human beings are part of the natural environment. We are part of the ecosystem.
That's not what this is about, Doku. Shut up. So they're like get sick, so they have to start eating meat again, or they have to start eating meat for the first time, or whatever the case may be, right? It's just like that. They have to fucking change and adapt because
real quick, Shandor, that gives me an idea for the next drinking game. Next drinking game we do is going to be Super Size Me.
That's fine, because spoiler alert, humankind, all of nature has to adapt to the world around it. Gasp.
Oh, I know. Big shocker there, right? Coming from the same people who are always very, at least generally more often than not, tend to be atheist and also evolution, Darwinism, all of this. It's like, well, yeah, things evolve. Guess what? You're a human being.
You have to evolve canines. Too.
Yeah, we have canines. We're omnivores. We're designed to eat meat. Guess what?
We have to do microevolution as well.
Yeah, you got low iron content in your blood? Guess what? Sometimes iron supplements aren't easily absorbed. You gotta eat red meat.
Yep. So to continue, so I'm gonna continue this. So you can shut up now, Toku. This fair and balanced dramatization to lead to thoughtful civil discussions that ... And I'm gonna pause here because if this if I agree that a movie about abortion in the mainstream done the way, or not even about abortion, but about someone's life who was affected and impacted by abortion, if this movie is out here in the world in the mainstream, it should be discussed instead of being dunked on by every fucking journalist left and right. Which, spoiler, he does, drink for fucking spoiler alert, because I said it more than once. Just kidding. Unplanned, of course, merely preaches to the choir. It's not that anyone was expecting the film to be anything other than I can't fucking read that. Fucking big words, man. Stop using big words. Me dumb. Me no use big words. But writer-directors Kerry Solomon and Chuck Konzelman have outdone themselves with this effort that demonizes Planned Parenthood to such a degree that you expect the organization to be the villain in the next Marvel movie. Oh, fucking drink for Disney.
Yeah, just drink for cringe.
Just drink. There have been films that have treated Nazi doctors conducting evil experiments in concentration camps more sympathetically. Unplanned ends with an on-screen graphic informing us that it was made without the cooperation of Planned Parenthood. Well, duh. It's not my job.
Shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, it's not my job to investigate the distortions and inaccuracies in Johnson's memoir, although some journalists certainly have. There's no denying that it... God. There's no denying that it makes for a dramatic tale, one that filmmakers have seized on like a dog with a chew toy. Johnson, who had 2 abortions herself in her early years, was recruited as a volunteer by a Texas Planned Parenthood clinic, where she escorted potential patients into the building as they faced protesters by pro-lifers. She rose up the ranks and was eventually made the clinic's director while still in her 20s. So she became a woman of power. and the power changed her. Oh my god. Does that happen to people? By her account, she experienced a crisis of conscience after being called upon to assist an abortion involving an ultrasound. Okay, so does that not also happen to soldiers in the battlefield who are all patriotic and shit, and they go to war, and then suddenly something in them snaps when they see their fucking squad mate next to them get a fucking bullet right through the eye and kill them right there on the spot? And then he has a fucking mental breakdown and goes, well, war is wrong, and starts a fucking campaign to end war everywhere. It's not like I haven't heard that story a million times before. She watched horrified as the fetus seemed to fight for its life before being dismembered and sucked into a tube. That incident, and I've seen abortions. That shit, like, if you go online, you can find videos of abortions, and this shit is not for the weak stomach, right? You will probably puke, if not get outright horrified. The incident
I've seen plenty of them myself.
Yeah.
It's not something pretty. It's definitely not something to be glorified.
And it's gory as fuck. If anything, this movie probably downplayed the gore. That incident is depicted in the film's opening minutes as a fever dream nightmare. The unsympathetic doctor joking, "Beam me up, Scotty," as he performs his grisly task. The sequence is graphic enough to have earned Pureflix its first R rating. Of course, the doctor's callousness pales in comparison to that of Abby's superior, Cheryl, who in... let's see... played by Robia Scott, who early in her show business career danced the part of Pearl in Prince's Diamonds and Pearls tour and is now, according to her bio, engaged in full-time ministry. Again, this shit can't happen. Where I remember a story where I forget what her name is, but she used to go under the stage name of Vanity, and like she got locked up, or she was like in a hospital bed or something because she OD'd or whatever. I don't remember exactly what the case is, but she believed she had a religious experience, and now she does ministry work. This is from a fucking former Motown superstar, right? From a fucking former Motown superstar, Vanity, who in the 80s had like a bunch of chart toppers and then just suddenly stopped because it wasn't in alignment with her new views, because she believed she saw Jesus or some shit. Cheryl, who promotes Abby because she doesn't cry upon the first examining the remains of an aborted fetus, is shown to be so unconcerned about her patients that when one young woman experiences a medical emergency, she makes sure that enough drugs are pumped into her that she won't remember a thing. The pic piles on one such inflammatory episode after another, with Planned Parenthood shown as being solely concerned with the bottom line and performing as many abortions as it can. No shit. It's like you walk into
That's how they get their fucking funding.
Yeah, it's like you walk into a McDonald's and they want to sell as many hamburgers as they can. How is this not fucking... How does this not resonate with people? I've been able to pick this... You know what? Fucking 4 shots. 4 fucking shots, everyone.
And just for transparency purposes, I am the one who suggested we review this movie. The first long-term relationship I ever had, about 1.5 years, 6 months after we broke up, she had an abortion performed by Planned Parenthood, didn't get any counseling, suffered from postpartum depression, and ended up taking her own life. Yeah, so you're saying it doesn't affect other people? Bull fucking shit. Her family was fucking broken. They moved back to Colorado after it was done. All of her friends were fucking bawling at the fucking funeral. So all these fucking people that try to glorify this shit and say, oh, it doesn't... You don't have a choice or a say so. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Doku, when I visit you next summer, not this coming, but the next summer or something, you know, when I visit you, all right, I'm gonna stab you in the eye with a clothespin for making me do these reviews. Let's see the pic. Where were we at? When Johnson protests that the goal of the organization should be to make the procedure as rare as possible. Okay, so that's not a fucking valid stance. That's not a valid stance.
That's a bad thing?
Yeah. Like, shouldn't we be educating people on safer sex practices?
And yes, Jelly Duck, I have no chill.
Herpicus says Ultron was less. Herpicus has a burn on you, Doku. Ultron was less robotic than that mic quality Doku.
Do I need to restart Discord?
Burn. No, you're good. It's just your mic sucks.
Yeah.
Cheryl delivers a speech comparing abortions to the high profit, fries and soda, sold by hamburger joints. No fucking shit. I didn't even read that far down. That's the scary part. I didn't even read that far down. I stopped right here at performing as many abortions and
drink for fucking Frank being prophetic.
Oh my god. No, I think it's just a coincidence. Drink for fucking coincidence. Abortion is what pays your salary, Cheryl snaps, reminding Abby that nonprofit is a tax status, not a business model. When Abby resigns and tearfully seeks emotional support from kind-hearted pro-life activist Sean and Marasala, Cheryl initiates legal action threatening Abby that she's facing one of the most powerful organizations on the planet, whose donors include Soros, Gates, and Buffett. No shit. They do.
That's a fact. Oh man, these people are insufferable.
All three of these people, you know what all three of these people have in common?
They're all billionaires.
They're all billionaires. They all give to feminist organizations. They all want population control to some extent. Gates maybe a little bit more so than Buffett and Soros. And they all have the money to back it up. These boogeyman references are delivered very late in the movie, which is the nearest it comes to restraint. Just fucking fuck yourself. Even while she works at the clinic, Abby faces the disapproval of her parents and husband Doug, who constantly implore her to quit her job on moral and religious grounds. Adding unspoken weight to their argument is Abby's angelic young daughter, who at one point worriedly asked her mother why there's blood on her shoes. One wonders why Unplanned, which resembles a basic cable television movie in its mediocre production values and subpar performances, was made. Its target audience certainly doesn't need convincing of the subject if the shouts of approval frequently heard in the theater on opening day are any indication. No. In other shit that didn't happen news today, the movie wasn't screened in advance for critics, at least those of non-religious variety. It wasn't screened for any critics. It's an indie movie, you piece of shit. Indie movies don't get critic screenings. Cry me a river about your fucking special fucking shit somewhere else. And anyone on the pro-choice side of the debate is unlikely to be swayed by its ham-fisted histrionics and oversimplifications. If you're not going to enjoy a movie like this, and you know you're not going to enjoy a movie like this, you don't have to fucking go to see the movie just so you can shit on it, knowing you're not gonna like it. Weren't you and your ilk going, well, don't go see Captain Marvel and rain on everyone else's parades because they deserve to enjoy the movie too. Maybe people who are pro-life, or pro-choice rather, want to go see what pro-lifers have to say in a movie like this. Maybe they want to experience this. Maybe they want to break out of the bubble you put them in, you big piece of fucking flappy dick shit. So that leaves the fight.
No, it's just propaganda. It's just propaganda, Shandor. They don't agree with us. It's
just propaganda. It's only propaganda when they fucking see it when it's on the other side of the aisle. Fuck you.
Yeah, drink for the most transparent fucking hypocritical nonsense. Oh my god, these.
Get ready for your drinks for hypocrisy. We're almost done. So that leaves the financial motive, which puts the film company in the uncomfortable position of indirectly making money from abortions. They are not making money from abortions directly or indirectly, you dumb piece of shit. And unlike Planned Parenthood, it's not even a non-profit. Doku, I fucking hate you, Doku. What does that have to do
with the memoir of someone who actually went through this?
I fucking hate you, Doku. I fucking hate you.
I'm regretting, actually. I knew we were going to be able to get hammered off of this, but I'm I'm not gonna make a stance on abortion on this stream. I have my own personal feelings. I think you guys can guess that. But I am infuriated by the fucking double standard, hypocritical bullshit, and also the garbage fucking editing and writing style of these people. Like, I could write better than this, at least a better structured article than this, when I was in fucking 9th grade. Oh, like, how do these people do this and get paid? What the fuck? If I was your editor, I would fire you on the spot. You get one chance to fucking restructure this shit,
this sounds
or you're done.
fair. This sounds fair. A less pious film would have made Unplanned more effective, but the core truth of its story works well enough to make Unplanned an essential watch. Here's one from Jackie Cooper, who we know is like full on fucking left wing. Because I've read his shit. He's full on fucking left wing. Remember the one from fucking Alita that he did? That he fucking shat on Alita?
Oh god, that fucking
I think he did.
jack
Let's
off.
see.
Yeah, he did. I knew the name. From
Alita,
something,
60%. He gave it a 60%. So that's pretty much a shit on, right? 60% is like just barely passing.
That's enough to give it a
dude, he shat on the movie Serenity, 2019. He shat on The Upside with Kevin Hart. Let's see. 65% for Aquaman. 70
Jelly Duck in the chat. Sounds like propaganda, NPC says, based on true story. Lol.
Yeah. Herpicus wants to know why you did this to him, Doku. Even his lever has its limits. So
because I recently converted to the dark side, I am now Darth Doku.
Oh no, it's not the dark side anymore. That got nixed in the new Star Wars canon.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'll actually bring it up on stream. Let's see.
Oh, good. Well, let me guess. Because it's racist. Because it demonizes people of color. If that's the reason? I swear to fucking God.
Let's see. Star Wars fan up. Let's see.
I swear, if you tell me the reason was because it demonizes people of a specific ethnicity, I don't have enough.
I gotta find the article. I saw it somewhere. I don't remember where it was. I gotta dig it up.
Yeah. Disney just can't seem to help themselves when it comes to destroying franchises. It's like everything they touch turns to fucking ash. Well, I should say we should replace Mickey Mouse with Thanos. It'd be more accurate.
Why Star Wars fans can be so toxic from high snob society.
Wait, is that the actual website?
Yeah, highsnobsociety.com.
Oh my
Star Wars fan
God.
/P/Star Wars fans toxic. I'll fucking look it up and I'll post it in fucking Shillhouse or something, cause my God. All right, go read your Frank Schlock review.
Oh God.
This
one's gonna be fun. So from
Wait a second. I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah, from Luke Y. Thompson, writer for Forbes.
Oh my God, we're already coming out of the fucking... How do people not know what Roe v. Wade is?
Because they're idiots and they don't actually do research.
Wasn't
for
Roe
themselves,
v.
as
Wade
admitted.
about the right of a woman to abort a fetus that her rapist gave to her?
Oh, and by the way, that was actually a lie. Like, she actually did lie to the Supreme Court. She admitted it herself.
That she was raped?
Yeah, she lied about the rape.
But
Little known
that's
fact
what
there.
that's what Roe v. Wade is about, though, isn't it? Like, someone was raped, you can now have an abortion because you were raped to get rid of the rape baby.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna get into the conclusion of Roe v. Wade. I'm just going to point out.
But that's what it was about. That's all I fucking care about.
Yeah, but she did admit that she lied about it, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court. just let that sink in because, listen and believe. But yet these same people get pissy over fucking Goblin Slayer and Rise of the Shield Hero because no, false accusations never happen.
Ah, fuck, this print failed.
Anyways, let's get into this.
Fucking
By
print failed.
Luke Y. Thompson from Forbes. Unplanned preaches a lot to the anti-abortion choir. It appears abortion is the newest mini in conservative Christian filmmaking. From what I saw, the movie did very well. 94. As Unplanned opens this week, 5 months after Nick, whatever the fuck his name is, with a high-profile Roe v. Wade movie starring Stacey Dash and Robert Davi, whatever the fuck.
It's not a Roe vs. Wade movie, you piece of shit!
Yeah, I know. It... Sarkrai, whatever, made $3.7 million, which Unplanned will have to nearly double to make it back its reported $6 million production budget. $1 million of which was contributed by My Pillow CEO and Christian for Trump Mike Lindau. Why is that even relevant? Based on the sold out or possibly bought out, not every seat was full, but most were unavailable to reserve theater I saw it in on opening night. It just might do it. Aren't you the same?
Oh wait, so is he?
Captain Marvel did the same thing.
Is he complaining that a movie oversold tickets to make it look like the movie sold tickets? Jelly Duck wants to know if it's like God's Not Dead. He's confused. It's done by the same people who did God's Not Dead.
Yeah, it's done by the same studio, Pure Flick. I think they're based out of Arizona, something like that. Not in Hollywood. That's all you need to know. The crowd loudly applauded every time Planned Parenthood got its comeuppance on screen.
And other shit that didn't happen news today.
And laughed every time the pro-life activists in the story got doused with garden sprinkles and good... That's not a word. Brush it off like a prank.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Drink now for fucking, for shit that never happened.
Yeah, good-naturedly. It hyphenated. That's not a fucking word. Ugh. Anyways, moving on. Gosnell tried to appeal to the intellect a little bit, using slippery slope arguments. If we agree Kermit Gosnell was wrong, says the film, how can we argue abortion is right if it's only a matter of degree? To try and win over fence-sitters, it also downplayed the gruesomeness, with other conservative author Mitchell Malkin, I suck at reading names, recording radio ads promising that none of the movie's content would be inappropriate for family audiences.
Well, it's
kind of hard to downplay the gruesomeness of an abortion, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, you can cut away from it a little bit.
Yeah, you can, but still...
There's still the psychological factor. Like, abortion isn't just a cut and dry, go in, fucking get it vacuumed out and go. There's other shit. There's counseling and shit, because you can't just go in and have an abortion and be fine. Like, that's just not the way the human brain works. The human brain
counseling that has to be requested, for the record. I could know from a personal experience of mine that I've already shared.
It should be.
I agree.
It should be mandatory.
It really should. Right. Anyways, Unplanned, which comes endorsed by Glenn Beck, who cares who is having none of that. Like Lindell's favorite president, it aims to please the hardcore base and is R-rated. Well, no shit, Sherlock. It's also quite literally visceral, throwing blood on other things I can't mention here, virtually in your face like a PETA protester at a fur coat fashion show. That's actually kind of a funny comparison, but it's actually kind of amusing.
Fun
comparison.
fact: most fucking fashion designers now, and this is where it becomes really really funny, is that most fashion designers use fake fur in their designs. And the PETA members still do it because no, it's not. It's fucking fake. Okay, but they have to use real. No, they don't. It's fucking fiberglass. It's fucking fiberglass, and your mom's pubic hair. All right, shut the fuck up.
Seeker's combative Twitter feed is a model of restraint compared to Unplanned, narrated nonstop by its lead character, who promises you an uncomfortable experience. She's right, but not necessarily for the reasons she implies. Unplanned is a story of Abby Johnson, a former Planned Parenthood employee who begins as pro-life, becomes pro-choice in college, volunteered for Planned Parenthood, became her clinic's employee of the year in 2008, and changed her beliefs back to pro-life after witnessing an ultrasound during an actual abortion she was asked to assist with. That's all one sentence, by the way. Where do these people learn to write?
All that matters is this is same double fucking sided talking bullshit fucking. They need to go fuck themselves. Flat out.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
In the movie, it's an ultrasound image clearer than any that has ever existed. Citation needed, please. And according to its end credits, based on motion capture, presumably from a born baby. If this is just meant to represent her emotional memory of it, fine, but it's hardly literal. Just as I tend to doubt the doctor callously saying, "Beam me up, Scotty,"
have you
utilized the extraction device.
Have you seen some of this shit, the abortion doctor?
Apparently not. Anyways, let's continue.
Hang on. I want to bring up a video clip. Video, let's see.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Oh, then.
Where the hell is it?
Jelly duck. Imagine it was camel toe.
Oh, my God.
God damn it, jelly duck. Oh boy. Goodness me, oh my. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure.
I can't find the video. It was on Twitter, but it was like this lady walked up to an abortion doctor. Do you know that you're killing babies? You're gonna go to hell. And he's like, I love it. I love to kill the babies. And he was just trolling this bitch.
Whether or not he was trying to be inflammatory or one thing, you kind of have to have a certain mindset to be an abortion doctor. Just saying.
No, and you have to have a fucked up sense of humor about it too, because that shit's gruesome, dude. Like, imagine going to the slaughterhouse every day, but instead of killing cows, you're killing people, right? And you gotta put the cattle prod up to this dude's head, and you gotta boop, you know.
I mean, as they say, comedy is the most common coping mechanism for distress.
So yeah, so I doubt that. Just
I
fuck
doubt
it.
any of the writers.
When we're done with this is the end of the stream because I'm getting too fucking agitated to angry drink, dude. I don't want to angry drink. That's not what I wanted to do. And fuck you, Doku. I'm angry drinking right now because of your dumb ass.
Well, like I said, I turned to the dark side.
The dark side of your mom's butthole.
Oof. Oof.
All right, let's finish this up, and because I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go play some fucking Counter-Strike or something.
Gotcha. This one's not too long, thankfully.
No, there's still a paragraph left.
But that's Planned Parenthood for you, as depicted in the movie. A murder machine full of employees who want to ensure every possible abortion happens, as opposed to birth control supplier, which devotes around too much beer. Which devotes around 3 to 12% of its operations to abortion. 3 to 12. It's kind of a wide spread if you think about it.
Yeah,
assuming the screen.
That's like saying. Hang on, let's see where this links to. Factcheck.org. Abortions are 94% of Planned Parenthood's pregnancy services. That's the line. Let's see. The 94% figure doesn't come from Planned Parenthood, which says it doesn't track the total number of pregnant women it serves or all of the services provided to them. pregnancy services isn't even listed as a category in its 2013 to 14 annual report. The figure comes from adding together the numbers Planned Parenthood did provide for its abortion procedures. 327,653 prenatal services, 18,684, and adoption referrals, 1,880. And then dividing the number of abortions by that cumulative figure, the 94% figure is also used by groups that oppose abortions. So I don't even care what the percentage is. If you look at everything as a whole, right? You have 327,000 abortions, right? 327.6 thousand abortions in 1 year from all of Planned Parenthood. That's a lot of fucking abortions, right?
Quite a bit.
When you look at prenatal services, there's a steep drop off when you go from abortions to prenatal services, meaning these are services to like make sure the baby's doing all right, to check the health of the baby. I don't even care if the 94% figure is true or false. I don't even care. But when you go from 327,000 abortions to 18,000 baby checks to make sure everything's going fine, and then another 1,000 adoption referrals, there are steep drop-offs here. It'd be different, right, if these numbers weren't so fucking...
If the numbers were reversed...
Yeah. Then yeah, okay. 3 to 12% is fine. But let's add all these numbers up. Quick, where's the calculator? Where's my calculator? So we have 327,653 plus 1,000 or 18,684, then 1,880, right? For a grand total of 187,169,533 services per individual provided. Per individual, right? We're looking at just the individual numbers. 187 million people processed through Planned Parenthood, right? How do we figure out what 12% of that is, Doku? Do we average it?
I suppose that's one way of going about it.
So let's divide that by what? 3? And we're still looking at 62 million people getting abortions every year. 62,389,844. That is an average across the 3 sets of numbers they've given us. That's a lot of abortions a year. It's a lot of fucking abortions.
Well, it's funny, because that's going to come up in a second. Assuming the screenplay is accurate to Johnson's memories, I think memoir would actually be more accurate, but whatever. This guy doesn't know how to write.
Yeah.
She has been quoted saying it is. She operated as the equivalent of a used car salesman in her job as counselor. Do you guys have editors? In her job as counselor. Rather than trying to find the best option for each girl that came to her, whatever the circumstances, she would always push abortion. Adoption is never mentioned ever. Actually, after knowing a few people who have been to Planned Parenthood, yeah, they actually do. That's how they get their fucking funding.
Yeah. I went in with a friend of mine who was, hey, Pasta, how's it going? Yeah, we're back at it again.
Yeah, Pasta.
I went in with a friend of mine who, like,
Let me just finish this sentence real quick.
Yeah.
And use financial incentives and discounts to make the sale. So, Shandor, is that accurate?
Yeah, I went in with a friend of mine who was debating whether or not to keep the kid or to put it up for adoption. And I went into the consultation with her because she requested, to see a counselor. And the counselor absolutely does push the abortion. Well, have you thought about an abortion? Abortions are safe these days. You can be in and out in less than 20 minutes. It's perfectly safe for you. There's no pain involved anymore. We give you a local anesthetic. There might be some residual soreness, but you're fine. You'll be fine after a day or two. Fucking cunts.
Yeah,
I'm too drunk for this
kinda
shit. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, this is
I'll take it over here. Let's see.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
a
you
little
go for it.
incongruous when she later is horrified to be ordered to fill abortion quotas. Wasn't that what she was already doing? In fairness, Johnson, as played by Ashley Brachter, does admit to not being entirely consistent or as knowledgeable as she should have been. Okay, these people come from a stance of not being able to change your mindset. Alright? This is all this shit is. Fucking drink.
Yeah, just... I'm gonna have to fucking chug a beer just over this article for multiple reasons.
It's
How
also...
the hell do you write for Forbes and instead of using as, has? Do you have an editor? No wonder you guys are fucking sinking. Like, God, even if you you were pro-choice...
Yeah, I don't fucking care, dude.
This is just garbage.
This is all terrible writing. It's also perhaps a head-scratcher that seeing that the ultrasound was somehow worse than seeing the fetal parts arranged into reconstructed form in a petri dish to ensure none have remained inside. Tony Kaye's unflinching both sides documentary look at the abortion debate, Lake of Fire, showed this procedure for real, and anyone who watched that will never forget it. Unplanned pointedly uses a prop that looks more like a cute, clean baby. Obviously, they used a prop because they're not going to fucking make an actual abortion happen for the sake of a fucking movie. My fucking God. Alright, I'm done with this shit. What are our conclusions today, Doku?
Where do I begin? First off, that article's worth at least 10 drinks. At least. And I'm being generous because I don't want to die.
Alright, let me catch up.
But no, every single one of these articles, fairly mid to top tier media outlets. I won't call them news because they're not. Fairly mid to top tier media outlets. We didn't have any Vice. Well, we had the one Guardian, but I guess you could consider that mid tier. But there was no BuzzFeed or Vice or Vox or Teen Vogue articles here, and yet the quality of these articles is arguably worse than shit I've read from the Mary fucking Sue just the other day.
God fucking damn.
At least the Mary Sue didn't have any spelling mistakes.
Doku, we no longer... Okay, you know what? I'm putting my foot down, Doku. We are no longer doing any movie reviews based on fucking documentaries. Alright? It's not fucking happening anymore. Alright?
Yeah, no, we're only gonna do shit we can laugh at. This was infuriating.
This was... Dude, I'm sure having a vasectomy done without local would have been more enjoyable than this shit. I fucking hate you, Doku. I'm not talking to you ever again, you fucking dick.
I knew it was gonna be bad, but honestly, I didn't expect it to be this fucking infuriating.
This was destroy friendship levels of bad.
Yeah, this was... I'm still kind of beside myself at just the level of bullshit coming from... And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these are not audience reviews. These are supposedly
the
professional
critics.
film critics.
Jelly Duck wants to know if it's worth it to watch the Unplanned trailer. I don't know. I've never seen it. I mean, if you want to watch it,
I haven't watched it either.
Go watch it, I guess. But
yeah, no, I mean, I don't plan on seeing this movie because I have a personal experience with something very negative involved on this subject.
It's these people don't realize that personal choice is a thing. But fuck it. We're gonna head on out of here, folks. Doku's gonna go masturbate, and I'm gonna go play some video games, and...
No, I'm gonna go buy a pack of fucking cigarettes is what I'm gonna do.
Oh, and then you're gonna go masturbate. Okay, got it. So we're going to get the hell on out of here. Thanks for watching. Join our Discord if you haven't. If you haven't liked, subscribed, or shared around our channel, so please do that right now. Join our Discord. Again, come join our website. Come join the community forums there and, you know, shitpost to your heart's content. Now that Article 13 is passed, we are not going to give two fucks about what you guys post there in terms of memes. We don't fucking care. We are a U.S. based.
And you know what?
We are U.S. based, and
Shandor?
the EU can go fuck themselves.
And you know what, Shandor? Instead of our usual stay metal, this time, to send us off, cheers and fuck the critics.